The oxygen was running out. The rains were coming. And somewhere in the darkness of Thailand's Tham Luang cave system, 13 people were trapped 4 kilometers from sunlight. Rescuers had an impossible choice: wait months for the waters to recede or attempt something never done before. This is the story of how the world's most daring rescue mission unfolded. Deep in northern Thailand's Chiang Rai province lies the Tham Luang cave system. It's a peaceful place most of the year, stretching 10 kilometers under a mountain range called Doi Nong Non, the Mountain of the Sleeping Lady. Locals say when viewed from certain angles, the mountain looks like a woman lying on her back. The cave is a maze of tunnels, winding under hundreds of meters of limestone. During the dry season, it's a popular spot for visitors. But when the monsoon comes, from July to November, the cave becomes dangerous. That's why there's a sign at the entrance, warning people to stay away during these months. The cave's chambers have names. One is called Pattaya Beach, named after a famous Thai beach resort. Little did anyone know that this chamber would soon become known worldwide, but for very different reasons. They called themselves the Wild Boars, a local junior football team that represented the dreams of many Thai teenagers. The 12 boys, aged between 11 and 16, came from different backgrounds. Some, like 14-year-old Adul Sam On, were stateless, born in the region where Thailand, Myanmar, and Laos meet. Despite not having citizenship, they found belonging in football. Their assistant coach, Ekafon Kanthawong, was just 25 and a former monk. He understood these boys well. Like 3 of his players, he too was stateless. They couldn't even leave their province because of their status. But on the football field, none of that mattered. They were just a team, united by their love for the game. The practice on June 23rd had gone well. The team was saving money for a graduation trip. One of the boys, 16-year-old Knight, was celebrating his birthday. It should have been just another Saturday. At first, it was just another cave exploration. The team had been here before. They brought snacks and flashlights, planning to stay just an hour. But Mother Nature had other plans. The rain started suddenly. Water began flowing into the cave system, faster than anyone expected. The rising water forced the group deeper and deeper inside. They had to leave their snacks behind as they fled the rising water. Eventually, they found themselves stranded on a small mud bank, 4 kilometers from the entrance. Outside, worry was growing. At around 7 p.m., the head coach checked his phone. 20 missed calls from concerned parents. He rushed to the cave entrance. All he found were bikes and bags, and water seeping from the muddy pathway. The nightmare had begun. The response was immediate. Thai Navy SEALs arrived first, diving into the murky waters. But the conditions were impossible. Even with lights, they couldn't see where they were going. The current was strong and the water kept rising. Word spread quickly, and help came from everywhere. British cave divers, known as the best in the world, flew in. Australian diving experts joined them. The Chinese sent underwater robots. Americans brought their military expertise. Above ground, an army of rescuers gathered. The numbers were staggering. 10,000 people, including more than 100 divers, 900 police officers, and 2,000 soldiers. They brought everything they could think of: helicopters, ambulances, and over 700 diving cylinders. Local people turned the cave entrance into a small village. They cooked food for the rescuers, washed their clothes, and prayed. Some schools donated money to help the parents who had stopped working to stay at the cave. The whole community came together. The biggest enemy was the water. It just kept coming. Rescuers installed massive pumps, working around the clock. They pumped out more than 1 billion liters, enough to fill 400 Olympic swimming pools. Some well-meaning volunteers accidentally pumped water back into the groundwater supply, showing just how complex the operation was. Teams searched the mountain above for other entrances. They drilled more than 100 shafts into the soft limestone, hoping to find a back door into the cave. Drones and robots searched from above and below, but the mountain kept its secrets. For 9 long days, the world waited. Then, on July 2nd, British divers John Valanthan and Rick Stanton made their way through the flooded passages. They had been placing guide ropes when Valanthan ran out of line. Swimming to the surface, he smelled them before he saw them. The boys were alive, huddled on a ledge above the water. They were hungry but hopeful. They had survived by drinking water dripping from the cave walls. Their coach, using his Buddhist training, had taught them meditation to stay calm. Finding them was one thing. Getting them out was another challenge entirely. The oxygen levels in the cave were dropping dangerously low, down to 15% when humans need at least 19.5%. More monsoon rains were predicted. The rescue teams faced an impossible choice. Teach the boys to dive through dark, narrow passages, wait months for the water to recede, or try something never done before. They chose the most daring option. The plan was extraordinary. Each boy would be sedated, wrapped in a wetsuit, fitted with a full-face diving mask, and carried through the underwater maze by expert divers. It was risky, but it was their best chance. The danger of the mission became tragically clear on July 6th. Saman Kunan, a former Thai Navy SEAL who volunteered for the rescue, was placing air tanks along the road. On his way back, he ran out of air. His death shook everyone. Here was an experienced diver, and the cave had claimed his life. A year later, another rescue diver, Beirut Pakbara, would die from an infection he caught during the operation. These sacrifices showed the world the true cost of courage. Over 3 days, from July 8th to 10, the rescue played out like a Hollywood movie. Each boy was given ketamine to keep them unconscious and prevent panic. Anti-anxiety drugs kept their heart rate steady. The divers carried them through passages so narrow, they had to remove their air tanks to squeeze through. The journey was complex. After the underwater sections, hundreds of rescuers formed a human chain, passing the boys along on stretchers through the remaining caves. The trips that once took 6 hours were cut down to 2 through practice and determination. The world held its breath. 4 boys came out the first day, then 4 more. Finally, on the 3rd day, the last 4 boys and their coach emerged. The miracle was complete. The boys spent time in the hospital, regaining their strength. They had lost weight, about 2 kilograms each, but were otherwise healthy. They wore sunglasses as their eyes adjusted to the light. The world celebrated their survival. The cave became a symbol of hope. The Thai government built a museum to honor the rescue. The stateless boys and their coach received Thai citizenship. The story inspired books, documentaries, and movies. But the most powerful legacy is what it taught us about humanity. When 13 lives hung in the balance, the world came together. Language barriers, political differences, and national borders melted away. People from different countries, cultures, and backgrounds worked side by side with one goal: to save 13 young lives. Today, the Tham Luang cave is different. It's a tourist attraction, drawing thousands of visitors who want to see where the miracle happened. The boys' bicycles still stand where they left them that day, a reminder of how ordinary days can become extraordinary. The Thai Navy SEALs now include cave diving in their training. The government promised to end statelessness by 2024. And at the cave entrance, a statue of Saman Kunan stands watch, with 13 wild boars at his feet, one for each life saved. But perhaps the greatest change is invisible. Every visitor who comes to the cave learns about how humanity's best qualities, courage, compassion, and cooperation, can overcome even nature's greatest challenges. What lessons do you think we can learn from the Tham Luang cave rescue? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more incredible stories of human courage and determination. We'll see you in the next video.